In 2020, the bodies started piling up on Sydney streets. There was the Alameddines against the Hamsies, the Comanchero were in there, the Houches, the Ahmeds. The streets were literally on fire. And in the end, the Alameddines seem to have taken control. But now there's a new team on the block and they call themselves the Coconut Cartel.
Fuck him and the Coconut Cartel, this is the start of the destruction, brother.
These guys have obviously thought that they can take on the Alameddines and it hasn't worked.
Bro, they're shooting!
10 shots were fired, just moments before young kids would have played soccer across the road.
Once upon a time, it was really off limits that you would go anywhere near a criminal's innocent family. That's no longer the case.
NRL legend Matt Utai has been shot outside his Greenacre home.
Right there.
Now they're just offloading the work to kids that barely know who they're doing jobs for.
I just wish people could see the reality. You know, all these young guys were so-called gangsters before you. And look at their ending.
Woke up pretty early and I get at 3:03 this morning, hey Mark, heard through the grapevines Coconut Cartel members were shot in Vietnam. Can you dig up your end to see if this is true now? This is not long after the shootings actually happened. This is at 3:20 a.m. He straight away names Lorenzo Lemalu. At 6:30 I'm ringing New South Wales Police and they had no idea. They then started making calls. I rang federal police. And by mid-morning we'd had it confirmed that this was one of the biggest hits outside of Australia we'd ever known.
A Sydney underworld feud playing out on foreign soil.
Sydney's gang war spills onto the streets of Ho Chi Minh.
Sydney's underworld conflict is now extending overseas.
Okay, we've got the footage here, Moz. That's the shooter walking in to the restaurant. And this is Lemalu. Lorenzo Lemalu, he was once a Alameddine associate himself. He was a member of Proper 60 and that was a gang that was tied up with a Huncho, who was a Alameddine rapper. In 2022, he left the country and he hasn't been back since. There was a photo of him in 2023 with Rafat Alameddine in Lebanon. They firebombed houses, shot up houses, and they would film the attacks and they'd overlay it with, you know, messages like they're ready to chalk out every Alameddine. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
And that's Lorenzo. Yeah.
Everybody thought you're safe when you're overseas, and that vision pretty well shows you're not. So Lorenzo Lemalu made his name on the streets of Sydney, mainly as muscle of the Alameddines. But in 2022 he moved overseas and he became part of this thing called the Coconut Cartel. As that group became more involved in underworld conflicts, he became a target. Joseph Vaha and Steve Tafia flew into Vietnam on May 14 and for the next week carried out surveillance on Lemalu on the streets of Ho Chi Minh City. May 21, a week later, they struck, killing him outside a seafood restaurant. In the aftermath, Vaha and Tafia fled to Cambodia, but were arrested just 3 days later.
Two Samoan nationals have made an astonishing confession on Vietnamese TV, admitting to shooting Lorenzo Lemalu.
I was hired to come to Vietnam to look for two victims named Lemalu Lorenzo Tovia and Sao Nisem.
Together with Tafia Steve, I came to Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, and I was the person who directly used the gun to shoot and kill someone on May 21st, 2026.
Lemalu's execution had a worldwide ripple effect. In Sydney, the cops were getting ready in case there was backlash. In Samoa, their Prime Minister told of the nation's shame and embarrassment. In Vietnam, authorities were angry and launched a 1,000-strong police response. Rumours started to swirl as to who ordered the hit. Did it come from Sydney? Was it inside Vietnam? Or even as far away as Lebanon?
There's at least half a dozen people we're aware of that we want in New South Wales for very serious offences who are offshore, and many of them are orchestrating what's occurring on Sydney streets right now.
After turning on the Alameddines, Lorenzo Lemalu joined up with several other crime figures from Sydney, namely Isaiah Utai and Anthony Pele. In the wake of Lemalu's death, that has left Pele alone as the head of the group.
An international manhunt is underway tonight for the man accused of shooting 3 innocent people in Greenacre in Sydney's southwest. The 22-year-old is believed to be hiding overseas.
Anthony Pele was a talented rugby league player who played in junior sides for the Bulldogs and the Roosters. Some of his former teammates are now playing in the NRL today. This is when Pele is believed to have moved into the crime for hire realm, where he would allegedly carry out several attacks for established crime syndicates, one of them being the alleged murder of Ahmed Al-Azam.
The 25-year-old died, the passengers injured, one left a quadriplegic.
We will allege that he is the person who pulled the trigger.
The BMW Expo sale event is on now. Don't wait. Ends June 30.
Both my sons said, "Oh, my goodness me, you're moving into a retirement home." I said, "No, you come and have a look at this place." And they both said, "When can we move in?"
He was looking out for his mate who lives in that red brick, red roof house at the end of the street. And that crew circled this area around his home, waiting for the kidnappers to arrive, at which point they were going to jump out and essentially get them first.
When a crook is on the run either from the cops or his enemies, they normally go underground, but not Pele. He's part of this new breed of gangster that's embraced social media, and he uses it. He taunts the Alameddines. He shows photos of him all over the world. It's as if he's saying to the cops and his enemies, "Come get me."
These two together thought that they can take on the Alameddines, and it hasn't worked.
used to be no-go zones, like don't come to the parents, you don't come to people's houses.
They put her in a car and burnt her.
We've seen murders attributed to Asian crime and them linking up with Coconut Cartel, which is really concerning.